This student started from zero, and in just 2 months, he made close to $100,000 in sales.
When you looked at this number, what were you feeling at this moment?
I remember just feeling on top of the world and, like you said, unstoppable.
Fast forward, he's now crossed over $450,000, all by working directly with our team inside the Supreme Ecom mentorship program. So today, our CEO, AC Hampton, is going to unpack exactly how he did it, the strategies that scaled his store, and the insane profit he's been able to pocket along the way. Alrighty, I think it's time to jump into the conversation.
What's going on, everybody? Got one of my star students back here with his second interview at Supreme Ecom, following up with the success that he's had thus far, and to go ahead and find out where he's at currently. Michael, welcome back, my boy. Happy to have you back as well.
Good to be back, bro. And I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate you and the guys at Supreme Ecom.
Hey, thank you so much, man. We got some questions ahead of us today, diagnosing a little bit of the success since the last time we talked, and going ahead and jumping deep into this overall progression that you've had.
Sure, man. I'm ready to get into it. Excited.
So before we jump into it, can you remind us of at least the milestones that you did hit inside the one-on-one mentorship? And do you remember how hitting these milestones felt for you?
Oh, yeah, man. Every time I hit a milestone, at some point it's gotten to where it's like I'm just like, man, yep, here we go again. But I remember in the beginning just getting my first profitable like week of sales. Like that was one thing because I tried on my own before and lost thousands of dollars. And then finally making profits within that first month with you guys, I was like, oh, this is real deal. Like, and I was like, I just gotta trust the process, buy in and work, put in the work. And because man, made the first couple $100 and I was like, oh, this works. And even I don't think I ever had a profit before. It was always like a break even, or I lost, but never on a product like and how fast just it all worked out. Little bit of guidance. I had known enough to get it going, but the guidance, the little bit of guidance and the little small things, it made the biggest difference.
Small
And
things matter, man. Small things matter. Can you remember exactly like when the last time we talked and you finished, you were at the end of the one-on-one mentorship? What were you at that moment?
I had done like 60 or 70,000 in sales after August. Um, and we got together in September, went over it, and we had said, well, you said actually, you said you're gonna do enough to quit that job. I bet you. Let's talk at the end of the year. And I said, all right. But
And here we are,
here
January
we are,
9th.
bro. Uh, I had left the 9 to 5 in December, full time doing this now. I moved. I got a bigger place. Comfortable. I don't stress about money. I'm blessed. You know what I mean? But definitely, you guys have changed my life for sure.
Hey man, I can't wait to jump into it. I bet everybody's watching can't wait to jump into it. And your story definitely not just motivates me, but so many other people. So, continue to keep doing what you're doing and keep setting that standard, man. Um,
Man.
so I want to ask you real quick, what initially drew you to drop shipping and how did your expectations align with the reality of the business?
Oh man. Yeah, I kind of like this question because even like to this day, after I posted some success and we've talked and got on, like people have this. I get 100 messages all the time. Like, yo, is this for real? Is this for real? It's a scam. Like, oh, another guru. And I'm like, no, man, I'm a beginner in this. But a beginner like me is making a living and being comfortable in California and San Diego. You know what I mean? Like, definitely the expectations from the start, not me, but from the masses. Like, I too was like, man, that can't be real. Like, but I knew I wanted better. I wanted better. I wanted to do something that would make me money on the side while I sleep. You see it all the time, all over the internet, social media. And so honestly, it was more so of it was ignorance, for me at first, like seeing that in this, because I thought about doing other things first. But the more I watched, the more I just read, learned, watched videos, I was like, man, this is a legit business. Like, and learning how all the big brands, how they started. A lot of companies start drop shipping and brand themselves. And so after just doing some research and that's all it really took, the ignorance away. And I was like, well, let me try it. And then, got into your blueprint first. and realized like, holy, this isn't just for fun. And I mean, you see the results everyone posts all the time, but this is not, like it really is a business, and it really takes work. And I especially learned that when I got into mentorship, because even on my own I was struggling. And when I first came to you, I had said I really want to learn the structure of this business, like legitimately. I'm, where do I spend my time? How do I spend my time? The 80% of the work, you know what I mean? That really is just this, and the 20% I really need to focus on. You know what I mean? Like that foundational stuff that's gonna make this business work and for the long run. I remember coming to you guys and wanting that part of it. And when I joined the mentorship, it turned into a whole lot of work. But that's why I joined. I wanted better, and I wanted the results that you guys have brought me now.
And
You know
mind
what
you,
I
when
mean?
you joined, you were at like zero. You weren't.
Zero. I was at zero, zero, and within
And one
60
thing a lot
days.
of people do, bro, is like they will look around and see all these people on the internet making money, trying to tarnish it or be like that's not true. And maybe some of the things aren't true. But when there's just so many results and so many proof in the pudding, like it's hard to sit there and be like, can I not just do the same thing for myself? So once you got rid of the ignorance and you got rid of the other people's opinions and you're like, you know what? I want to dive in this for myself. That was the moment where everything changed for you because you didn't need anybody else to persuade you to do something you wanted to do. You knew the outcome of what you wanted to do. And in a second, we're going to go ahead and show what that outcome is. So my third question is like, you're now a successful six-figure entrepreneur, like successful, doing well. So what is one mindset or habit that you had to let go of to reach this level of success? Where did you change your mindset? What part of the journey where you realized that the old habits that you had couldn't be something that you could bring into the new version of yourself?
One of the biggest changes for me, like in my mindset, that trickles down into my habits and everything, is cutting off the time that I would take thinking about doing something. Now, when I think of something, I write it down and I start doing it. And I write it down to keep there. Or if I'm currently busy, because I'll be going left and right sometimes. I'm not perfect. Routine is not every day. It changes all the time. But I get to it. As soon as I have the opportunity to work in an open slot to do something, I do it. I don't sit there wonder if I need to make a decision. Driven by data, I do it and I go. I mean, that's one of the biggest things. I used to speculate a lot. Like I said, when I first even heard about dropshipping, and even when I was learning on my own and doing it on my own, do I really want to do that? Do I really want to hire this VA or have to talk and figure that out? Like now I'm like, I need a VA. I have too many customer service emails. I can't deal with this. Like,
Yeah.
and I hired one. I did it in a day. I was like, dude, how hard was that? Like,
Could have did
and
this weeks
that,
ago.
yeah, exactly. And that mindset of just getting that done. If there's something, a wall, a barrier, it's out there to to get over. Like there's information. It's somewhere. Whether I hit you guys up or I look it up, you know what I mean? Like
99% of the
do
success
that.
that people have is just being able to overcome obstacles. Like that's why so many people don't get to success is because once they get hit with one obstacle and they don't overcome
Mhm.
it, they realize that, they can't do it. The power isn't there anymore. They don't know where to keep progressing or how to keep progressing. But if you just don't accept it at all and make no excuses and say, today is going to be the day I figure this out, you're always going to be one step
Mhm.
ahead of everybody else who didn't take that first step to figuring out for themselves. So that is a really big mindset change. And I want to say that's probably something I can relate to as well. I never just lacked anymore. I realized that nobody was going to do it for me. So if I wanted success, I wanted to change, I had to be the one to take the initiative. And I'm glad to hear that was your mindset as well. So now I want to ask, how has your life changed now that you have received the results that you have with dropshipping? I mean, you mentioned you just now quit your last job. Like you're not working for
Yeah.
anybody else. You're a full-time e-commerce entrepreneur. How has your life changed?
Change, good or bad, it's changed. But man, this definitely has changed me for all the better. I mean, I set a goal because this was the life I wanted. I wanted to work for myself. I had done college, got my degree, went to grad school, IT, got a great job. I had a good job, you know what I mean, a career job. I made good money, but I still knew that the efforts I put into other places, if I put them into myself, I could. There's no roof, there's no ceiling, and it's my daily now. It was an adjustment for sure because now I have all this time and it's dangerous. I feel dangerous, but dude, I was in an apartment. I'm in a house now.
Hey,
Um, comfortability, just lack of stress, worries of money, knowing even if everything of mine got taken today, I know I have the skills to pick up tomorrow. And in 2 weeks to a month, you'll see me making money again. And truthfully, that's how I feel after this. And my daily life has changed. And that's how I approach the day and attack the day. Like,
you can't take it for granted as well. But that's like one of the
no,
best feelings, bro. You just said something that means a lot to me personally. You said if I lost everything today, I could still be able to get it back tomorrow. And that
yeah,
mindset is a dangerous mindset, but it's the best mindset because you realize that you're unstoppable. And I know you're
yeah.
unstoppable. I mean, last time I talked to you, you were at 60, 70K. So speaking of,
Mhm.
now being a six-figure entrepreneur, quitting your job, being able to drive some crazy results, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So let's go ahead and share your screen and let's go ahead and see what you've been able to accomplish since the last time we talked. So like I said, the last time we talked was September. So now you have October pulled up on the screen. Walk me through the next couple of months and go ahead and show us what you've been able to accomplish.
For sure. So October took off for me. I couldn't even explain to you. I just was applying the pressure of everything I learned since we got together in September. And this was a new product. Like I dropped a product that I had success on before, which I'm gonna bring back.
And that new
But
product started on like October 6th, right?
yeah, this product started. I want to say I started running like creative testing on the first and had like sales. And so then basically from like the sixth to the end of the month is still 93,000. So this was
So you
three
just went
weeks.
from 0 to 70K from August throughout September time. Then you just
Hmm.
decide to restart in October with a brand new product and then did close to about another $100,000. That is absolutely insane. So were you just following the same proven system or what was going on here?
Same proven system, validated the product, just everything I've been taught, not doing nothing different, man. Applying the pressure
Applying the
and doing.
pressure.
And I was
Okay.
so close to that first six-figure month. I was like, ooh, man, just ooh.
Started
But
getting a little bit of
man,
chills on your arm, like, hey, I might have to quit my job if this keeps
I
going.
was like, he might be right. I don't have to quit. And
Okay,
then
okay. Let's see November, man. What happened the
on
following?
in November, we prepped pretty heavy for November, and I did over 200.
Oh my God, bro. So you were on the edge of getting your first six-figure month. This is still working your job at this moment. And
Yes,
you're like, you
currently
know
still.
what? I'm about to put my foot on the gas. $215,000 in a
Yeah.
single month. Like, walk me through what this feeling was at the end of the month. Like when you looked at this number, what were you feeling at this moment?
I remember just feeling on top of the world, and like you said, unstoppable. I when it started when I got past six figures in this month, I was like, oh yeah, it's over. I was like, it's over. This I I was already over being so excited because we get excited every time we hit a milestone. I was just like, oh, bet, like gas,
You said
gas,
gas,
gas.
gas, gas. Keep moving, keep moving. Okay, so you had your foot on the gas, and then go ahead and pull up December. Let's go ahead and see what happened in December.
And we get to December, and right on the sixth. Look, I was 7 days in at like $50,000. Let me check it.
Sheesh.
Like I think it was 6 days in.
Yeah,
6 days in,
50,000 in 6 days.
I was right at 50 grand. 6 days in, I still had 3 more weeks.
And you're
But
not perfect. I'm not perfect. People go
oh
through
no, no.
entrepreneurship. Like we're gonna continue to have to go through learning lessons today. So what
Of
happened in
course.
December? What happened around that time?
So in December, I was selling the retro stick consoles, selling them like crazy, made great ads, was going nuts. And Nintendo said, "You're selling them a little too much." And so I got a DMCA, and Facebook isn't playing with that, and it got my ad account shut down.
So what was
And
that feeling like? What were you going through in those moments? I mean, you just did basically over $300,000 and
the
you knew
last
you're on
couple
top of the
months.
world. Were you done with you already quit your job at this point or what happened?
So yeah, on the 4th of December, I had said, "Hey." this is I'm leaving. I'm done. And 2 days later, I got this DMCA, and my ad account got shut down. And to make matters worse, people, AC told me the first time we got together, he said, you need to get your business manager and all that stuff set up correctly so you can take on these falls. And this was the biggest fall. He said, it's gonna hurt. And it hurt. It hurt. I was hurt. I was second guessing myself. I was like, yo, I just quit my job. And the machine that drives my income on this just got taken from under my feet. And I was stressed. I was moving too. I was right in the middle of moving, just moving into a bigger place. Um,
But you never gave up, right? You didn't just let
no,
this obstacle just stop you from continuously progressing.
no, not at all. I looked at it and I said, you know what? What did I what did I tell myself? I told myself if someone took this from me or I lost it all tomorrow or today, I can do it again tomorrow because I already did it once and I know
So,
what to do.
so what are you
And
doing now? Are you now you're bounced back, huh?
I'll bounce back for sure. I'm back up though.
My boy jump
Uh
back, my boy back. My boy is
yeah,
back.
for sure. And I just started running ads like 5 days ago. Um, Gross, I think I'm at like 6,500. I had some returns from the previous month, but I'm getting $1,000 days again. Back right where it started. I remember it was funny because I remember being like, man, I can't wait to have my first $1,000 day. Like, I cannot wait. It's gonna happen. That was one of the big goals for me. I was like, $1,000 days. Like, that would change my life because I knew if I did $1,000 days, I was making enough to leave my job. And so I did.
And
I was like
now you're
three.
getting $1,000 days within the first days of testing products.
Yes, the system, man, the system again, plug and play. If you do all the work and follow it and do look at the data and do what you guys teach us to do, it works. And
Man,
being a little resourceful and it works. But yeah, $1,000 days again. It
the biggest
and it
thing that
just
you
blew
can
my mind.
showcase here is that you just never gave up on yourself. You never sat there and accepted anything but success for yourself. You didn't care
No.
what life was going to throw you. You were going to continue to keep putting your foot on the gas. And I just want to
Mhm.
say, I'm super proud of you. Let's go ahead and jump into October through December. Q4. Last time we talked, I said, yo, you're going to hit 100K in Q4. Like, there's no other option but to do it. So let's go ahead and see what you
Yeah.
were able to accomplish the entire time frame of October 1st to December. Man,
Q4 with no,
$370,000 in 3 months. And the goal I just told you is to hit 100K. So you
yeah.
surpassed that goal. You kept saying, I'm never going to give up. And I just want to say, man, I'm super proud of you. And I'm super proud of the success that you've been able to have. I know that this is only the beginning. And even just to show people from the very beginning, like the very beginning, from when you started this mentorship to the end of the year, what were you at from that?
It's nuts. We've been together for what, 5 months from last year? Uh,
5 months.
400 $455,312. Man.
Man,
And that's from
half a million.
August to today.
$500,000, man. And
And
men
I got
lie, women lie,
December taken
numbers
from
don't.
me.
We
Numbers do
re
not
Numbers do
lie.
not lie, man. So, a lot of people we only show revenue. So, let's jump into the profit as well. What was profit looking like in, the months of October, November, and December?
So October, right here, I had $16,762 profit from the $90,000 month. November, I had right under 40 grand, 37,000. Man. And then December, even those 6 days I got shut off into the month, I still made over 10 G's.
Over $65,000 profit in 3 months, bro. Like in 3 months. This is insane, and I can fully attest to what that feeling is that you have right now. And I just want to tell you that you are on the path of doing some amazing things. I know that you are on the path of being able to get great success in the future for yourself. And it all comes down to the mentality. I knew from the very beginning, the first time I ever talked to you, that you were going to be successful. I knew it because just where your mentality was, it doesn't matter about what's on the screen, doesn't matter about the numbers you hit. I didn't care about any of that. I could tell by your mentality that you're going to do whatever is going to take to be successful. And obviously, that has been proven to already have happened. So, I just want to say, man, one last time, I think for the people who are watching, for for me as well, I hope people who are watching are motivated, because this should show you that you can do anything that you put your mind to. Let's go ahead and stop sharing the screen, and I'm gonna go ahead and ask a couple more questions.
And again, I appreciate you and everyone at Supreme Ecom. Like, seriously, it's life-changing stuff, people.
Hey,
Yes.
man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So, when you did get all this growth and all this amazing success you've had over the last 3 months, I guess, what would you say are some tools or some things that you took from the mentorship that you always applied, that really helped you get to this point?
Just the entire structure and foundation of it. Like, you guys literally have a system, a well-oiled system, and it's completely like nothing is foolproof. But like, if you do the work over and over and over again, not every product is a winner, but the methods to find these winners is legit. Not every ad is a winner, but the way we adjust and fix them could be all the difference. Like, all these tools you guys have provided us on how to, whether it's free, paid, um, and validating all this data, man, it's so thorough. And these tools have and the tools you provided me and everyone have made this thing possible. Like, you know what I mean? I could have never imagined in my life I'd have hired a VA from another country, or someone, handle customer service, or I never would have thought I'd have a private supplier that's ringing orders at 5 grand a day in goods. You know what I mean? Like, I never could have imagined that any of this was possible without the tools that you have, like, literally handed out, and you spit the game for free. And that was the biggest thing for me. Like, people, you got to realize, like, when you're putting it out there for free, like, and giving the people knowledge and providing value, like, you got to understand that it's only to help others. Like, that's what I mean, the impact you make by doing that. And people are always like, oh, why would he, sell this, do that? But these tools that you guys gave me in the mentorship, it's guided. It's what I mean? It's a process, step-by-step process. Hold my hand. Like, and at some point I took off and I was like, I didn't need it. I had the skills now. I could do it on my own. And that's all what I mean? What more could I ask for? You
And then
taught
you were
me how to
able to
fish.
do it on your own. Literally, I mean, for the
Yeah.
mentorship, 0, 70K, like you did 70K, 80K, like that's amazing. And then you just
Mhm.
decided to fly from that point and then just do an extra $400,000. Like, once you
Yeah.
have the system, it's not going to fail you.
Oh, yeah, seriously. And that's why I feel like no matter what happens, I could pick right back up again
I
tomorrow.
love it, man. I
Take it from
love
me,
it.
pick right back up again tomorrow. And even when I fell and they took my account from me and it got shut off, you had already given me a strategy to get right back on point. Like, I was able to take those exact tools. Every time I've had a barrier, or what I mean, something happened, I referred back to the stuff you had already given me. And I'm back in $1,000 days. Like, yeah,
And it's
I
probably going to
can't
end up
say
being
it
another,
anymore.
we're going to hit that cool little $1 million, by the
Yeah,
next 7, 8 months, all because you
yeah,
just kept moving. You just kept pushing.
yeah, yeah, that
I
is
like
the
that,
goal.
man. So how has working with our team influenced your approach to decision making when it comes to the strategy of your business?
Like I said before earlier, it really, you guys really had me shift my mind frame into, hey, look, this is what needs to get done, so do it. If this is what you want, do it. Don't think, don't speculate. Man, like, working with the team, it was always great because I would do what they say, and we'd come back and meet. I meet up with Andres. Andres like, man, you're killing it. You're literally doing everything we say and trying to do more. Like, and I was like, man, I'm trying to make this money. But but like, working with you guys, seriously, in a matter of 6 months, 5, 6 months, like, I've had such a shift in my mind set, and how I see things and how I approach things in my regular life, like my relationships. Like, it really has changed me, this mentorship,
So,
and
I
for the
mean,
better. I
speaking about that, like, how is your perspective on financial independence, quality time, passive income? How has this changed over the last couple months as well? And I mean, that you're speaking about it.
Man, when you wake up and you've already made $1,000 in a day, bro, like, I can't believe it sometimes. You know what I mean? I remember my first 10K day in November. I was like, that's
This is getting serious.
$10,000. I was like, that's $10,000. People came to my website and bought $10,000 worth of stuff in a day. In a day.
I
And
mean,
I'm
making money
waking.
in your sleep is gotta be the number one best feeling in the world. I'll tell you straight up, for me personally, like when I started drop shipping, that was what I was trying to accomplish. I already understood that if I dedicated 8 hours towards a job, I could only make 8 hour or money within those 8 hours. But there's 3 times that amount of hours available in the day. So I'm losing out on 2/3 of the day to be able to make money. And now
Right.
you're in a position where you're making money every second of every hour of every single day. And that's got to be just an amazing feeling.
Amazing feeling. And man, I remember the Shopify notifications before when I was first starting, getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 a day. Man, and then in November and one day it was so common, it's just like over my head, like just ding ding. I'm talking 4, 5 orders in an hour. I remember doing like $1,000 hours, like this is nuts. Like,
That
and
is
then it just, you know what I mean? Just being a common thing.
so it's
So
2024 now, my boy. You already are starting to advertise again. What are some of the personal goals or what are the next things you're trying to accomplish this year?
man, 7 figures. Uh Easy. That's the top goal. But that's the expectation, more so a goal. My expectation is to hit over 7 figures, maybe one and a half. But that get 2 brands up and running. I have two products right now that I'm currently getting in branding. Um, Taking those, launch those, and then I have a personal goal of trying to be in like the people, my family's lives, like be there. Like went to my mom's yesterday to go just do random stuff she needed done, like
On a
because
Monday.
I can't
On a Monday.
on a Monday. Call me up if you need something. Went over there and built some steps for her. You know what I mean? Just being present. Like so, that's what this affords me. Taking my
Uh-huh.
mom. She on Friday she had to go to a doctor's appointment and even take her. She's like, "Can you take me?" I was like, "Mom, you know I don't work no more." So, like, why are you even hesitating to ask me? We went and picked her up and took her. Like, but those things, you know what I mean? Like, this has afforded me that. It's afforded me comfortability, ease of mind. Like it paid off. You know, the work pays off. It does.
Hard work
It
always
feels
does, man. Hard work always does. So, my last question I have for you is looking back all the way to the early days in drop shipping, what do you wish that you would have known then that you know now? And what advice would you give somebody who's in the exact same position that you were when you first started?
don't hold back. Find someone that's doing what you're doing that you want to do, and they're proving they're doing it. You know, what I mean, I followed you for a couple years before I said, okay, I'm getting this mentorship. I always say pay to play. That's how I describe it. You got to pay to play. You got to put in, whether it's time, you pay with time, you pay with money, whatever it is you do, you got to pay to play. You got to put in the work and don't think twice. If it's what you really want and you really want this kind of life and the freedom and the money and you got to commit to investing in yourself one and to eat from my personal experience. I did it on my own and failed time after time and lost over 10 grand total to saying, you know what? I've been following AC for 2 years now. I'm just gonna get and message you a couple times we talked. And I finally say, you know what? Okay, I'm ready. Like I'm doing this. I need to do this. Like I need that line, that straight line to where I want to go, you know what I mean? Because I was going all over the place. And as soon as I got with you, paid off. I mean,
Yeah, my boy.
you guys don't hold nothing back. I
Why would we?
I
Why would we? Like, that's the
and
thing that I
I've
always
been
try. You got to give it all. You got to give it all. Because
yeah,
at the same
man.
time, bro, when I first started, all I did was look for somebody to give me it all. I didn't need 10,000 different paths to go to. I needed a straight line, exactly like you're mentioning. I need a straight
Right.
path. I don't need no BS. I don't need no fillers. Just tell me exactly
Mhm.
what to do. And that's already proven to work. And let me just follow the same exact system. So, one thing I want to say, my boy, is you're $500,000 in 6 months of really putting in effort towards yourself. You have worked the first 4 to 5 months, only allocating, what you could because you were doing 40 hours a week somewhere else. And now you have even more time to apply to yourself, to your business, to your loved ones. And I truthfully know that this year is going to be even more than 7 figures. And we'll come back again and we'll be like, you know what? I told you so. I told
Hey,
you so
you were
again.
right. You did. I get up. There it is. The I told you so.
I told you so again, my boy.
Like, go
So
back to the last one and look at it. He said, "Watch, I'm gonna be telling you, I told you so."
he's gonna end up hitting 1 mil in like 7 months and be like, damn, okay, now this is before Q4. What is it gonna really look like by the end of the
Before
year, man?
nuts. Oh man, I look forward to it, bro. And like I said, the expectation is 7 figures. Now the goal is obviously more than that, but
Of course.
like you said, I wouldn't be mad if you're right and said I told you
Hey,
so again. It's the
hey,
best I
that's what
told
I'm
you.
here for, man.
Yeah,
That's what I'm here for. And I just want to say,
bro.
man, I appreciate your time so much. Thank you for all the intel that you provided. Thank you for not giving up on yourself. And also thank you for believing in Supreme because, I believe in you and I know you believe in us. And I just want to tell you how much it really means to continue to keep growing this family and doing it with the impact that we're doing. So thank you so much for everything, my boy.
Thank you guys, man.
So,
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Alrighty, big thanks to AC and Michael for breaking that down. Now, if you made it this far into the interview and you are not fired up right now, you need to watch it again. What Michael has done from going to zero to nearly $500,000 in sales is the proof that the potential in e-commerce is limitless. He's no different than you. I'm no different than you. The one thing we all have in common is that we took the first step and never looked back. So, if you're ready to take that first step, click the link in the description to apply for my personalized one-on-one coaching program and work directly with me and my team. But keep in mind, the spots are limited. So if you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. And like always, this is Julian with Supreme Ecom, and I'll see you later.
Definitely, you guys have changed my life for sure.